Chainsaw Man Part 2 has been catching some heavy flack as of recently, right? Due to its pacing, bruh. This ain't it. This ain't it. So the pacing of Part 2 as of recent has been pretty slow. It's so we like Part 2. Part 2 has always been like divisive, right? It's always been that it's always been, you know, talked about. It's always been compared to Part 1. It's always been, you know, people always had an issue with it. And I mean, look, understandably so. You know, I ain't even saying you wrong to have your own opinion. Everybody got their own opinion. But it's been picked up as of late. You know, the criticism have been picked up as of late because we've been so ever since Fake Saw Man has been revealed, right? It's been like the chapters have been like, I don't know, like basically it feels like nothing is happening in these chapters. I feel like the chapters, like you read the whole chapter and like okay, so 5-second reads, right? People have been saying that the chapters have been like, oh, I can't wait to read my 5-second Chainsaw Man chapter this week. And understandably so, because, like, facts. I can't wait to read my 5-second Chainsaw Man chapter this week, bro. It really be like that. Like, I get it, bro. Y'all not even wrong. But I'm more so here to explain why that's the case. Or at least, you know, my take on it, right? And my take is that Chainsaw Man has always been a intimate series. And with that, I mean that you see, like if something were to happen to a character, say, I don't know, they spilled their milk, you're gonna see a good like 3-4 panels of their facial expressions when it happens, bro. You definitely, especially in part 2, you will see like something will happen, and then you'll see like take my frame by frame as panels. You'll be like it'd be like that. And that's not a bad thing, but it definitely dampers the weekly experience, because, you know, we're waiting weeks for these chapters, and then the chapter get here and it's like, bruh, I done read Denji and Fake Saw Man fighting. Denji done did one slash, cut bro arm off, and bro looked at him for like 3 panels, and the chapter's over. Like, what happened? Like, bruh, here is my I won't even say an argument, because I'm part of the club thinking these chapters feel too short and they go by too fast. I'm part of that club. But I will say that I binge read Chainsaw Man Part 1. So it's different. It's different. When you binge read a manga versus you're caught up and you're reading it weekly, it's a different experience. You know, and Chainsaw Man, you know, it's such a I don't want to say aimless, but it's such a unknown aim, I guess. Like, you don't really know what direction the story is gonna go on a chapter by chapter basis, bro. You really can't expect, like, you can't think ahead in Chainsaw Man, bro, because stuff just happens and you'd be none the wiser, bro. So having that as a weekly reading experience, you know, you sit there waiting for a chapter to happen, and then the chapter happens, and don't get me wrong, these chapters are fire, but like one action happens almost, you know, not like, I don't know how to, like, one big action happens, and then the characters talk about that action in the chapter, which again is not a bad thing, because reading it in like a volume, like, it's meant to be read. Let's remember that it's meant to be read in volumes. Reading it like a volume is probably gonna flow way better, bro. You know, of course, because that's what it's meant to be done. But reading it weekly, it sucks, because it's like, bro, nothing's happening, and I'm waiting weeks for these chapters, and bro, it's peak, but it's like 10 seconds of peak. Like, bro, it's like, I don't know. At the same time, it's also a problem because other mangas come out weekly and cover more bases per chapter. Other previous Chainsaw Man chapters covered more bases per chapter in part 1, even including part 2. You know, but I don't know, like, I realized, like, while reading the Aging Devil arc, I felt like a lot of times, like, you know, it, like, Chainsaw Man chapters are like, they're very like middle, like middle, if that makes any sense. Like, Chainsaw Man arcs in chapter structures is usually like, okay, no beginning. Arcs kind of just happen. Like arcs just happen. You all, next thing you know, you in an arc, right? So you're in an arc out of nowhere. You get a whole bunch of middle chapters, right? So the current, ongoing arc, and then it just ends, right? But it doesn't. I don't know how to describe. Like it doesn't like build up to like the ending, and the ending just kind of happens a lot of times. So when you were reading these chapters with Fake Saw Man, I'm just talking about this current Fake Saw Man fight, bro. The fight with Denji versus Fake Saw Man. Like last week's chapter, I think that was the one where Yoru shot the girl's arm off and she fell, and Denji was like, "Dang, you're evil," and Fake Saw Man just sat there watching. Or no, it was when he grew the arms. Last chapter was when he grew the arms, and Denji's like, "Oh man, what do I do?" And now we got this chapter where they're fighting. Denji's about to go for the heart, and then Fake Saw Man knocks him away into the building. Yoru goes up to the building, and then falling knocks the building over. Now, when I say it like that, like it not a lot, like it doesn't. I don't know, bro. The page count, like it's like 17 pages because Fujimoto doesn't have assistants, so obviously it's gonna be shorter. He's picking up more work. Stuff is happening. It's just you focus so much on these reaction shots and these, you see every character's reaction, their thought processes, like when they like human conversations. That's always a strength of Chainsaw Man, but it's a strength from like reading it, binging it. Reading it weekly is like, bro. But I don't know. Like again, I don't know, man. Part two. I feel like it's like a fault of part two in general, where it's like, I don't say aimless, because like we don't know what's going on. It's not really aimless. It's more so we are not informed, bro. Part two has been a whole lot of lies and deceit, bro. The Death Devil, the Fire Devil the Just Devil actually being the Fire Devil. It's a whole lot of lies and deceit, and it kind of like, I don't know, when the weekly, I've been reading part two weekly since, I don't know, I made a video on it. I don't really remember, to be completely honest. I think I've been reading part two weekly since after the Falling Devil. Like whatever art was at, like Chainsaw Man Church, and that's when I started. That's when part two stopped like clicking for me. When I started reading it weekly, again I'm reading other series as well, but when I started reading it weekly, it's the puzzle pieces stopped fitting together. Because Chainsaw Man as a product is meant to be binge read, bro. Like most other series, of course, but for Chainsaw Man, it's like it's really like you're gonna get so many chapters where it just feels like, bro, like what happened? I don't even know what's going on. I'm confused. Nothing really happened. We spent a lot of this chapter talking. We spent a lot of the chapter seeing these character reactions, and that's not a bad thing. But again, it's Chainsaw Man, bro, and reading it weekly, waiting a week for a chapter, and you just see a whole lot of Fake Saw Man doing this and this and this, and Denji doing a whole lot of this and then this and this. It's you feel it, bro. You feel it. It's a 10-second read, bro. But it might, when the Fake Saw volume comes out, when the arc, all comes to a conclusion, and people go back and reread these chapters, they're gonna be singing the praise, bruh. It's how it always goes, bruh. The only arc of like Chainsaw Man that I feel like people weren't praising. I mean, well, I wouldn't know this, but even like post reread, bruh. I'm saying this as like I'm talking about like Reddit, right? All right, so take this with a grain of salt, but the only arc that people weren't really praising post-release is like the Chainsaw Man Church arc. That's why I feel like a lot of people kind of like, got mixed reactions with part two. But Aging Devil arc was peak. And that was a good reading experience too. I think, like, that's what it's like, I don't know, bro. When the chapters can get a lot more like chaotic and like, because I think there's so much we don't know. Like Fake Saw Man. This Fake Saw Man looks different than the Fake Saw Man we saw before. When he saved Denji from Fallen Devil, the one that killed Yuko. So we're already seeing a character that we don't even fully know about. We're uncertain. Boom, one uncertainty. We don't know what's up with Yoru. Double uncertainty. Famine Devil, she still sucks. But she's the horseman, so she should be strong. Third uncertainty. It's like, what's happening? But that's Chainsaw Man for you, bro. That's Chainsaw Man. Do I got a pacing problem? Yeah. Yeah. But is it like it's a problem, but like, is it so bad to where it's like bad chapters? No, it's just more so like I don't know. It's stuff that like I can't really fault Chainsaw Man for doing because it's always been doing it, you know. It's always been doing it. And again, like y'all know me, I'm the Chainsaw Man glazer. I'm biased. Yes, Chainsaw Man is still peak regardless. But still, like genuinely, Chainsaw Man always been like that. It's always been very intimate. You see multiple panels of the character reaction chapters, so you know when it happens now, it's like it's not surprising. But again, I mean, you know, you read chapters now, you're getting like 15 to 17 pages. Back then, you're probably gonna get like 24 to like you know like 19 to 24 pages back then. So it's different. It's different. But somebody gotta get this man Fujimoto some good assistance, bro. How about that? Like, get my boy Fujimoto some assistance and we good, bruh. Come on, man.